Hi, today I'm going to show you how I made a ruffled background on a card, a Christmas card. And to start with, I used this image from the 2011 WOW holiday set from Club Scrap with Versamark ink to create sort of a subtle background on this card panel. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some adhesive. I like to use the ATG adhesive, but anything that's kind of strong that ribbon will stick to is good. And I apply a strip from the top to about maybe half an inch to the bottom. And I'm going to take this organza ribbon. It's just a real thin ribbon, very flexible, not very expensive. Just got a big pack of it. I'm going to start so that my ribbon is kind of way off the top, because I can always trim it later, but I can't make it longer. And I'm just going to kind of fold and pleat this down the page. And you'll see that some of these pleats, I'm not trying to be exact. I actually like it to look more random. And they do stick up. I'm not cutting my ribbon yet. And that's all okay. And I'm going to do that. And then maybe I need just the tiniest bit of adhesive here to do one final pleat. And then I'm going to cut this kind of long again so that I can trim it later. Now what you want to do, stop the adhesive kind of close to the bottom but not exactly, is this last one, it kind of will, you'll see some of the adhesive through there, just the tiniest bit. If that really bothers you, you can think about how to adjust that, but it doesn't bother me. I'm just going to continue on. I'll do 2 more rows like that. Okay, so now I have my ruffled ribbons here, and I don't really like that these stick up. I want them to lie a little flatter, and I also really like using my Tim Holtz tiny attacher, so anytime I can find a use for that, I do. And so what I'm actually going to do here to hide this last one is I'm going to pull that up, and this is again why I made it long, because I thought of this while I was doing the ribbon. And I'm going to use my stapler to just staple one. That way I won't get the adhesive showing through, but I will get that last kind of pleat there. And I'll do one like that. And because I don't really like this ribbon, in fact I don't like the way that one is, so I'm going to just do another one up like that. I'm going to actually go through and just staple a lot of these pleats down, just sort of randomly, not really caring if I get all of them. I want to get a bunch of them. So this is going to be my sentiment for the card, and I'll go ahead and just tape that down. I stamped that on some cardstock and then just tore the edges so it would look nice and rough there. And what I decided is it needs a little something extra here. And I'm actually going back to my days in grade school. I had a teacher who showed us how to make holly leaves. And so, or mistletoe, I'm not actually sure if it's mistletoe or holly. I should probably find that out. On the back side of the paper that I want to use, I'm going to draw some dots. And I want one wherever it feels like starting. And then I want to make my holly leaves 3/4 of an inch long. So there's 3/4 of an inch between these 2 dots. And then I'm just going to add 2 more here and here. And if I just connect the dots, so this is how I can draw them, because I can connect the dots even if I can't draw, there is a little leaf. And I'll just do that again. And now I'll just cut these out. So now I have my little leaves cut here, and before I place them on my project, I want to use some little berries. And these are pearls from Stampin' Up, and I just use one of my alcohol-based markers. I actually don't have Copics, they're just a Prismacolor marker that I had. Sharpie would work too. And I colored these red. The reason I like these berries in particular, these pearls, is because they have a lot of nice sizes, and I can kind of pick and choose what I want. I use just a little X-Acto knife to pick them up off of there and put them down. I have 3 of them for this. Here's my 3 leaves. Now I've got my berries. Just take a little bit of glue. I've got a little needle nose applicator for this, so that works really well for these small projects. I could use my tweezers. I'm being a little stubborn today, but certainly tweezers might help with the small alignment of some of these as well, with the little leaves. And there we go. There's my finished card front. If you check out on my blog, you'll see the finished card as well as a couple other examples of how I've used this technique with a ruffle ribbon. I'll just trim these edges a little bit once I put it on the card front to make sure that it's the length I like and will fit in the envelope. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.